He always hit him with the, because I'm trying to gather myself because I don't want to cry. I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Oh man, if he
Well,
doing that multiple times,
he
that's
said
strange.
I take full accountability for what I allowed into my life because in the end I had a choice. But let me be candid. I genuinely believed I was taking something I tried before. It wasn't ecstasy. It turned out to be a horse tranquilizer given to me by my ex-girlfriend who claimed it was from her boss to give to me.
How does he know it was a horse tranquilizer?
Yeah, I need some documentation.
I have he said I emerged from a deep paralyzing sleep. Okay, my body in shock, my mind spinning, confusion, the horror of realizing I've been drugged with something far more potent. I don't know.
How does he know? Did he go to the
I
hospital?
He also claimed Richard never took the second pill, adding that the situation felt more like an experiment than a shared drug experience. I don't know how he knew.
I don't even go by what he just
She
said. Yeah,
didn't.
I
She
take
didn't take the
responsibility.
second pill.
I
But
don't
she
want to
took
hear
the.
no buts when somebody say I'm taking responsibility. You can't say I'm taking responsibility, but because that's like somebody going and saying, you know what, I it's like going on a job interview and you say, hey, what was something that you made a mistake on? I take responsibility for caring too much. Like I hate when people try to say that they taking responsibility, but at the same time they want to make sure that they accuse somebody else. Nah, dog, either you was there or you wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
they all complicit.
I'll take responsibility for going to rob that bank, but it's all because he kept telling me I need money. Nigga, either you robbed the bank or you didn't. I hate when men cry all the time. Like, and it's not a life event. If it's not a life event, if it's not somebody dying, I hate overly sensitive men on interviews.
I think being raped as a man is a life event.
Is that
Or
what
as
he
a
said he
woman.
got? He said he got raped?
That's
No,
what
he
I
didn't say
take
that.
from it.
He
That's what
said
I've always taken from it because he
I
seemed
didn't
very
hear that. I didn't hear
distraught.
that.
I'm piecing it together from all the interviews I've ever seen of him. That's just kind of what
I
I
don't
think
deal
happened.
with men that
Like,
speak in code. I don't deal with men that speak cryptically.
Yeah, like if that's what happened, he need to come out and say that. Like it shouldn't be no holding back. What would
Yeah,
stop you from saying that?
he just said he felt like he was trying to maybe sacrifice him or hurt him. I don't or take him out.
Yeah, see, that don't even sound like. I'm gonna be honest though. That don't even sound feasible. Cause why would you be? Why would you say that without no knowledge, no recollection of anything that took place? Why
I
would you
don't
think
know.
it
to
was
know
that?
something. He has to know something that he's just not speaking on.
Maybe his external sphincter felt different.
You said what?
Maybe his external sphincter felt different. What?
So
See,
It's possible something has triggered him into thinking, okay, something is amiss here. Something went the way that I did not expect it to go.
yeah, because I'm wondering if they've already done the whole ecstasy thing, even at Diddy's parties or whatever. Like, look, at this point, given the levels of partying that they've done, I wouldn't put anything past anything, which is why I'm kind of with what Anton is saying, like, or what Slimmy, both of y'all were saying. If you're gonna be a part of all of this stuff, then you're rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that you can do wrongdoing, and like I get she got hit, and I get that, but if you rolling, you kind of rolling with it. You know, like you can't be
yeah.
like, well, I'm okay with this part, but I'm not okay with that part, but I'm not like, y'all out there doing some wild stuff. So
Yeah, I'm not going for it. Dog, you know if you roll up in a place that stuff seem a little bit weird, you know what the fuck is going on. Like,
I
ain't
can't
nobody
lie,
ever
bro.
surprised. Ain't nobody surprised. I ain't never been somewhere and I'm like, you know what? That look a little weird, but let me keep going.
Yeah,
It's
nah.
never
If
fucking happened.
I get strange vibes, I leave.
Facts.
I get
I be
strange
like, you
But
know
vibes, I
what?
leave.
people go
Dog,
against their
when I
instincts
get
all the time.
when I feel strange people, I be like, that nigga seem like he worshiped the devil, bro. Get that motherfucker from around me. Like, I ain't nobody confused. Niggas always acting like they didn't know what was going on. I woke up and my butt was hurting. No, nigga, you knew what was happening, and you probably was fully alert. And you probably laid there when you was conscious and was like, ooh, this part.
Hey! What?
I'm so tired of people acting like they don't know what's going on. Yeah, man. I'm about to go to this Diddy party, and everybody know what the fuck a Diddy party is. And I'm gonna be at his house, hanging with him, and I'm gonna record music with him after my butt feel a certain type of way, and I'm confused still.
Hey, you remember that Drink Champs? You remember that Drink Champs, man? Like that nigga Fab was not trying to party with Diddy. He was like, ain't
nobody confused.
Yeah, so yeah, this is a fact, man. Like everybody knew what the fuck was going on. Everybody on drugs. Everybody sleeping with everybody. Everybody sleeping with everybody.
Yes, they know what's going on.
No questions asked.
Circle jerks and everything.
Oh man.
You know, bro. You know. Listen.
So let me ask y'all a question. If you went to, because there were,
I have never been to a spot where dudes don't say, "Hey, man, where the hoes at?" Like that's almost universal term. No matter what city you in, no matter what space you in, it's always, "Hey, man, where the hoes at?" Even if it's not hoes, even if it's just women, where the hoes at? If it's too many guys, most of the time you be like, you know what, dog?
We going to the next spot.
Facts.
We going to the next spot.
If y'all go to a party and you go to the table with the fruit and the veggie platter and stuff, and it's a woman laying down with the fruit and the lettuce
out.
and stuff on her, are you leaving? Because
Yes.
that's one of the pictures that
I'm out.
That's one of the.
I'm out.
But
like,
that's where the hoes at. So
no, don't do that, Kim.
The hoes are on the table.
Don't do that, Kim.
One of his parties.
What? The hoes are laying down with the strawberries.
No.
Why are you leaving now?
No. You don't know what that fruit is laced with.
Leave when there's a naked girl on the table. Why would you?
Because you don't know what that fruit has in it. You don't know what they infuse in that fruit.
Looking like, because it look weird. What the fuck is this bitch doing?
Nah, man, I don't attend events like that.
It look weird.
Like
it's weird. What, man?
No, that's
people take
Pandora's box
all the time.
No, that's Pandora's box.
She was a part of the platter.
The first thing that I'm gonna think of if I walk into a place and I see a naked woman laying on the thing with fruit all over her and everybody around, I'm thinking this is a swingers event.
Yep, and I'm out. I don't got nothing to do with it.
This is a swingers event, and I don't share. I'm not a sharer. I'm gone.
No, not for me.
And you'll usually see some weirdo over there in the corner or some guy that looked like he'd been doing coke for the last 20 fucking years. You'll see something. It's something. It's a whole bunch of something in there around. You know what I'm saying? Before you ever enter, you got to probably say some fucking special password. I don't go to places where I got to say a special password. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a 30 red flags before you get to see the woman with the fruit on. They not just
you don't even know her hygiene.
Yeah, they not just letting everybody in with the woman with the fruit on. You gotta know somebody that knows somebody. You gotta have a special password. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gone.
Exactly, Maury. That's what I thought of. Eyes wide shut.
Slimmy, men eat much worse than some fruit without knowing hygiene.
I was surprised at how many people were around the table. Like, let me get a
man. Listen, I just found out. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Quinn. My bad.
I just feel like no one walks in a party and looks around and like niggas like you feel some obligation to stay for a little bit.
Nope.
You don't just turn around and walk out, nigga.
That's why
you could tell some people who are confused.
No.
I would tell you.
You may be confused for a little bit.
Like,
you gonna stay for a little bit.
No, I'm not, bro. Let me tell you. I was in San Juan and I had family and friends there, right? They all came separate, but they all, you know what I'm saying? They had an Airbnb. I had a hotel. I walked in and these motherfuckers was cooking and singing. And I said, I went upstairs and my cousin, my homegirl, she's knocked out because she had been drinking all day. I said, oh shit, y'all been partying all day. These motherfuckers are singing love songs because they got into it with their girlfriends and they trying to sing their chicks back, but they all drunk. They would never do this shit. I said, man, I'm out. Y'all just too drunk for me. I'm sober.
You see how you made it upstairs? Just how you made it upstairs?
No, because I went there to see his family members. These ain't regular people.
I'm just saying that's how it happens, though. You're like, well, I'm just.
But my point is that even in a basic situation where motherfuckers is too drunk, when I get there, I'm gone.
No, I'll tell you something.
I'm not that. Some things are not fun to me.
Man,
it's not fun to me. I seen niggas walking around. I could tell niggas was drunk because he had a bottle of Henny and he had a wife beater on. I said, nah, this nigga too drunk, bro. He too drunk. I'm out. I don't want to be around. Something is gonna happen. They're gonna break something in the Airbnb. I don't know, bro. I'm out.
I sent the link to y'all to a couple of different pictures.
Anytime shit get too weird, I'm gone.
I think a lot of people get curious, not gone, and that's where the problems come in.
I agree with that. I think so.
That's because they want to be.
What's that about?
Right.
They want to be in the freak show. They want to be in there.
Anton, people want to be bad. You started off the show by asking if anybody got in trouble. People, they look.
But but there's levels to the bad. Like, you got to be normal bad. You can't be abnormal bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a regular bad. Like, oh man, we party, we spent too much money, and you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we got into some. If I see
abnormal bad is normal to somebody.
No, abnormal bad is abnormal bad. Abnormal is you know when it's abnormal. You don't even have to do it. You sense it. You sense it. You can look, dog. All your spidey senses is tingling when you see something that's abnormal bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just tell. I when I went to movement, I could tell. Oh, all of these motherfuckers is on drugs. Every last one of them.
Did you immediately turn around and walk out? No,
I didn't.
See, that's how it happened.
But here's the thing: this wasn't a private event. This was a public event. This is at Hart Plaza, a public event, 4 different stages, dancing. They have food trucks and all of that other type of stuff. And so, you know, you see other people and stuff there. But I can see the people that's down there dancing. And when I see the black chick that's standing on top of the pole and she dancing and she looks like she about to fall off, that bitch on drugs. I can tell she on drugs. Now, am I going to the after party? Absolutely not. I'm going home. I'm going home, bro.
I'm going home.
Yeah, anytime I get those Spanish vibes, I'm
going home.
And people ask me all the time. Y'all know, y'all done seen it. Y'all done been to the meetups and stuff. Yo, Time, you going to the after party? I'm like, I didn't plan that one. I didn't plan the after party. I don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all, and every single time I hear a story, yeah, man, it got a little wild. Like, yeah.
No, it didn't get wild in Houston.
It got wild at some of these other places.
It didn't get wild in Houston at all.
I went to I remember I had went to a show. It wasn't my show, but I had went to a show, or it wasn't something that was just my personal event. I went to a show. And they were like, yeah, man, we going to the after spot. And the after spot was in like a dingy, like a sketchy area. I don't know about that. I look on Instagram. I go on a couple people's stories. Motherfuckers taking their shirts off and shit. I said, what the fuck is y'all doing? They was. I'm like, yeah, I knew I made the right decision. I always go with my instincts, bro. Every single time. Because I know that and then motherfuckers start having stories. Yeah, man, I don't know why they ain't tell me I had drunk too much. Nigga, you was in there drinking. You volunteered. Stop acting like somebody is you a victim. I believe that 95, 96, 97% of people that even claim that they're a victim is not really a victim. When I hear these women say, yeah, I thought I was going to an audition in his hotel room.
Oh, no, it's over.
What?
No, you can't
What do
do
you
that.
mean you thought you was going to an audition in this hotel room?
You can't do that.
What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you're not gonna fool me. You're not finessing me. I'm not stupid. Get the fuck out of here. I believe that most people are lying. Most people are lying. They knew what they was getting themselves into. That's what I believe.
So if you know what you're getting yourself into and it happens, and let's say it goes a little further than you thought it would, you're like, is it all on you?
Yep. 100%. Like, what do you mean? How much further did you think it was going? What was the limit that you had in your mind when you got up there? And did you express the limit before you came?
I don't know.
Or did you just think it? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's 100% on you. 100%. If you take a drug, I know that nowadays I wouldn't even experiment with some of the shit that they got going on. Most of this shit is laced with fentanyl. You don't know what's in it. I'm not taking some random after some. I don't even like drinking after other people.
Hell no.
Why would I take a random drug that's being passed around? I don't know nobody here. Whose party is this? Nah, I'm good.
I'm going to venture to say that he'd done that before. It was a regular occurrence. I'm still not absolving him of his responsibility at all. Because again, you're not going to be able to walk up to me and hand me anything and say, here's some drugs. And I'll be like, oh, okay, good idea. But for whatever reason, he thought it was a good idea. And I think it just went further than he thought it would. It went somewhere he hadn't anticipated.
His fault. Should have had a belt on.
A belt?
To tighten around his waist so that they couldn't get to his booty.
A chastity belt?
Yes.
Stand out here with his lock and key.
100%. Should have been preventative. Should have been preventative. You should have never went to the Making the Band auditions.
Yeah, shouldn't have went to that. He shouldn't have went to that shit.
You shouldn't. And you know what's so funny? It was a guy that made it through on the first season of Making the Band. He told him, he said, man, I'm not walking to go get no fucking cheesecake. They never even aired him. You know who I'm talking about, Kerry? It was a guy that said it. He said, man, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm not doing that.
And they didn't air that part on MTV, but he did the interviews and he said, man, I'm not doing that. I'm not walking to go get no cheesecake. He determined that he didn't want to be a part of the show because he's not going to be no sucker. He made the decision and they cut him out. He never became famous, but at the same time, he ain't like Fred and Chopper and them going on Art of Dialogue and on Vlad TV trying to tell a fucking story.
Wait a minute. How did he never get seen? They had to cut.
He was a part of like auditions and stuff. But then when he found out that, you know what I'm saying, he was making them go through like all of that other shit, he said, I'm not doing it. I forgot who the guy was.
Dylon.
No, it wasn't Dylon. It was
Dylon was on there the whole time.
Yeah, it was a guy that like was actually really good, but he never made the cut because he wouldn't comply. I forgot what the guy's name is. If y'all find out who the guy's name is, tell me what the guy's name is. It wasn't Dylon, though.
It's not Dylon at all.
Weren't they walking to get Beyonce cheesecake? Wasn't that for her?
They was just going to get puff cheesecake.
No, that was for Diddy.
From Justin.
Oh, I thought that was for Beyonce.
Freddie P.
I remember when they made Sarah sign that contract. She ain't listened to her husband. She listened to them.
Wait, but no, Fred was on it the whole time.
No, I think no, Anton. I think I think Diddy gave him another chance.
Who?
I'm almost because I thought that somebody.
They said his name was Maurice from Baltimore.
I thought it was somebody who refused it, who was still able to stay on the show.
No,
it wasn't that.
No, they all walked.
This says Freddie.
No, Fred walked.
He walked.
All of them walked.
All of them walked. All of them.
What was the guy's name? He said Maurice.
He said somebody named Maurice.
I don't know. They said it was
crazy old Maurice.
But the point is that they walked and they all volunteered. They all did it. Sarah allegedly was over there getting
Oh
fucked.
yeah, he said he wasn't gonna do it, and then Diddy chumped him, I think, and then he ended
Yeah.
up walking anyway. Yeah, y'all right, y'all right.
Sarah, she signed a contract. She wound up losing her fucking family. You know what I'm saying? And she was getting fucked on by Freddie P.
King Los. Definitely won Los. That nigga ended up writing for Bad Boy.
So all I'm saying is everybody got choices. Everybody got choices. I don't believe that there are a lot of these people that are pretending to be victims. I don't believe that they victims. That's all I'm saying.
That's from Beauty and the Beast, hand over fist. Crazy old Maurice.
So I'm not going for it. I think that everybody that was at them Diddy parties, they signed up to go to the party.
Yeah,
So
they definitely signed up.
So at what point do you become a victim?
What?
when
At what point
somebody
are you a
somebody
victim?
break in your house and beat you the hell up,
When you're accosted.
I think I think the victim thing has gotten very muddied. Like, I think, yeah, it's like if you go with how people want you to treat victims in today's day, you're bound to accuse somebody or penalize somebody for something they didn't do. And if you go to the other extreme, then there's gonna get victims who don't get the justices that they deserve. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's a
this whole
slippery
thing where you
slope.
can like press charges 10, 15, 20 years later and purely based off of your recollection and all of that, I think that is crazy.
So you think there
Yeah.
should be a statute of limitations, like
With
a
certain
shorter statute?
things. Yeah, like, and it sucks because if you were wrong, it comes across like, oh well, you should have said something earlier, which some people just don't. But 15, 20 years later, you still get to just come and press these charges because you had a nightmare and mm, I don't know. That don't seem fair either.
I mean, I can't tell somebody how long it takes to heal and get to a place where they're willing to discuss these things in public, and that's the problem with it.
Right.
So I
I
get what
agree
you're
with you with
saying.
that. I totally agree with you with that because I know that really does happen, Um, and then especially with this whole with once drugs is the component, it gets really muckier in my opinion because like in this situation, okay, I'll do ecstasy, but I won't do this. I'll do this drug, but I won't do that. I thought I was gonna have this. I thought I was gonna have cocaine, but you actually gave me fentanyl, or like it just starts to get real. That's why that whole Bill Cosby thing, I was like, that's so whack. Like, yeah, I was with you. I came back. But you drugged me a little more than I thought you were. But I thought like, that just seems real unfair. So
It's
I
unfair
don't
to a
know.
certain extent, but it's just like if I accept a glass of wine from you, I'm not accepting a glass of wine with whatever it is with the roofie that you slipped into it. You know what I mean? Like
But what if
that's not
last
what I
night?
thought
But
I
what
was
if last
taking.
night we had roofies? What if last night we knowingly had roofies together?
But I still don't think that you can just like randomly give somebody drugs and not say, "Oh, by the way, we're doing roofies again." Like you have to give people a choice.
See,
No. Your choice is to not be there. That's your choice. Your choice is to not fucking be there. That's your best choice. That's your best option. Because I'm gonna say that once Pandora's box is open, it's all fair game. Because you know that they're only doing, they into some wild shit. There is no, oh, this is too much. There is no, oh, we gotta limit where we gotta go. No, it's all fair game. They don't give a fuck because they're trying to have sex. And it doesn't matter who they're trying to have sex with. They want to use drugs to have the sex. You are susceptible to being drugged and some shit that you don't necessarily want. But because you accepted it and you took it, you got to live with the consequences of that. You could easily just be like, hey, I ain't never seen this pill before. What's this? Oh, no, I'm cool. But they don't give a fuck because they want to have sex and be drugged up too. So you can't say like, oh, yeah, well, they should be able to know. Nah, they always tell you, don't do drugs. They literally just tell you this shit for a reason because you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. Technically, you really don't know how your body is going to react to these chemicals for real. You don't know. You don't. So anything beyond shit, fucking cigarettes, you really risking it all because people
A
lace
cigarette,
marijuana. You say what?
a cigarette is risking it. If you can put stuff in weed, why can't you put it in a cigarette?
No, you can. You could dip cigarettes. Yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
could
about
dip
to say,
cigarettes.
yeah, yep.
People
Back in the
dip cigarettes. That was the first way they used to
that they
start
started to
really
get
taking it over the
dusted
top. Is
up.
they used to dip cigarettes in formaldehyde, and that's wet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's the first way people was getting over the top. That was then you got all
And
this other
people
stuff
knew,
though.
like, okay, if I don't smoke cigarettes, but people knew, like, all right, so if I smoke cigarettes, I already know that Derek, he be smoking that wet, so I don't take anything from Derek because you don't know what you're gonna get from him. If you choose to take a cigarette from Derek, it might be dipped, it might not.
You can't keep using my name.
That's
Yeah,
your
like,
name?
and
Oh, I'm sorry, Slim. No, I didn't.
I'm like, and you
Oh
do it like
shoot,
this. I'm
I
like, yo,
didn't
what's
know.
up?
No, I'm sorry. I'm so don't take that out. I
Now
just
I
used a
never want to
random
say Slimmy
name.
ever again.
Oh God, I'm
No,
so
don't do that.
sorry.
Hey,
Jonathan.
we can't do
Jonathan.
that.
It's Jonathan.
You can't break the rules, Kim.
My bad, my bad.
That's not how you spell it, Rock. That's not how you spell it. But yeah, no, for real though. Like once that door is open, it's open, and you open.
and
Hopefully,
then I'm sorry. No, and then if you're in an environment and you're sober or sober-ish, and you see that the environment, everybody is under the influence, and you decide to go along and become under the influence with everybody else, that's on you. You can't blame somebody that's already high as a kite or drunk for offering you something because first off, they're not even in their right mind. So it is ultimately your choice, especially when you're in environments like that or in the entertainment industry. It's the underworld, and it
yeah,
drugs, sex, and rock and roll. It literally comes with the territory.